I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Oponopono is an ancient Hawaiian forgiveness reconciliation process. It means to make things right, to correct. To make things right and to correct. Oponopono. Me coming from the South Pacific, I love the sound of that, the phonetics of it. But actually, it's a beautiful and amazing process to understand and to work. So at this time of year, why? Why am I choosing to talk about this? It's Christmas time. The idea that we possibly have to be in a perfect nuclear family. We have to love everyone in our family. We have to be reconcile with people. We're encouraged to work some of these processes. It may be helpful. The art of forgiveness and reconciliation is a very difficult and powerful process and road to travel. Personally, I understood it very well when a childhood friend of mine injured me in what we call a sort of macho boys drinking session where Andre didn't really want his hair cut and his goatee shaved, etc., and resisted it and got picked up and dumped in a rugby tackle and found himself in agony on the floor in a rural place with a anterior cruciate ligament and medial collateral ligament tear in his knee. And obviously that's excruciating, it's very painful. I then was at the peak of a semblance of, a peak of athletic prowess, and I was also studying these things, etc. So it took me 12 years to forgive this person. And what I realized is when I worked the process, some people helped me, some people pushed me, encouraged me. What I realized was the art of forgiveness had nothing to do with the other person. It was all about me, and I forgave myself for being hurt, upset, full of rage, anger, and hatred, because I didn't want to ultimately be like this towards this person who was trying to reconnect with me. And that was very emotional and very liberating. And I'm not so sure I ever really got I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you response, oponopono, the process of forgiveness, reconciliation, making things right, making them correct. I'm not so sure I totally got that, but it didn't matter because I forgave myself. I forgave myself for storing and holding these principles. So it's a very unique process, and it can go on for a long time. There are some people in an area that I know that they say there are tight-knit families around the place, and it's a close-knit community. And I've been told that these people have stored hatreds for 30 or 40 years. They don't speak to each other. And in some cases, I once went to a play where people held blood feuds for hundreds of years. So we do this, us human beings. So maybe me with the 12 years was short, I don't know. But it was liberating to forgive the other. As I say, as a personal story, I end up forgiving myself. And life is long. Life goes on for a long time. And forgiveness and reconciliation are extremely difficult because we do want the other person to say, look, I'm sorry. They often don't, and they often won't. And that becomes very painful and very tough. But what we can do with that is we can be compassionate towards them, see that they're suffering, etc. And I know that's also difficult too. But if we just go the ancient ritual, the process, oponopono, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. If we can do this to ourselves, it can be liberating. What I do, breath work particularly, we can breathe through these processes. We can breathe through them. We laugh, I'm laughing about it now, it's funny. I had a monkey on my back. The monkey was that lack of forgiveness and reconciliation. It was eating me up, tearing me apart. In the rehabs I used to work in, we used to say, some guys used to say, the circus is still in town, but the monkey is off my back. It's very cool. The guy who said it is no longer with us, but he was an old guy and he was cool, very Keith Richards-like. But it made sense. That monkey, that forgiveness, reconciliation, making things right, making them correct. Oponopono. I do love that phonetic sound. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. To yourself. Some people, they will never forgive you. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. I hope this has been useful. And feel free to come to any of my breathwork, etc. You've got to put a little plug in there. But it doesn't matter. Let's all work this process and become better people together. Make the world a better place. Not easy, but we can do it. Good work. Lots of love. See you soon.